So I just did something I've always wanted to do. So this is my favorite part of the evening. I like to say, I get up here in public, look someone in the eye, and praise someone wildly, while they go, just don't mention the... Never mind. So I was going to say, don't mention the lampshade, but that's an old joke. So I found some things to say, and I usually don't do this, but it's a special occasion. Nellie Long was born in Oakland, California, and in her poetry and through her community activism, long-standing, she confronts social problems such as racism, sexism, and labor issues. I think the list goes on, but you know. Okay. Her collections of poetry include Dreams in Harrison Railroad Park, 1977, The Death of Longstein Lady, 1986, Stolen Moments, 1997, Breakfast, Lunch, and Dinner, which is amongst the prizes here, in 2012. She is a member of various literary, artistic, and political groups, including Radical Women, the Freedom Socialist Party, and the National Asian American Telecommunications Association. In 1989, she received a Women of Words Award from the San Francisco Women's Foundation. With Yamada, she was the subject of the documentary Mitsuye and Nellie. Asian American Poets, 1981. In 2011, a building at Oakland High School was named after her. So wow. She is like the wondrous wonder, the passionate, the voice, the history, the song, the soul, and the righteousness. Bring up Nellie Long, please. You can set this up for you. Okay. Yeah, I know. You want to make sure you're okay, let me just get this like this, and I just got to get really close. Is that perfect? Okay.
I think that's good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Great. Well, thank you for having me tonight.
We are pleased, and I can't believe it, but I do believe it.
And I know I have 20 minutes, so give me a sign when
Let me do this right now so that I can do that. Otherwise,
it's rather difficult.
Yeah, we go. Okay. I will apprise you as appropriate.
Right, thank you. I've been writing a long time, been working a long time. Now I'm retired a long time, so it's really great. I don't think I can hold a job today, but I did once. So I will start with the Grandmother's Song. It's a pantun. I love writing in the different forms. Grandmother's Song. Grandmothers sing their song, blinded by the sun's rays. Grandchildren for whom they long, for pomelo golden days. Blinded by the sun's rays, gold bracelets, opal rings, for pomelo golden days. Tiny fingers, ancient things. Gold bracelets, opal rings, sprinkle with peaking dust. Tiny fingers, ancient things, so young they'll never rust. Sprinkle with peaking dust, to dance in fields of mud, so young they'll never rust. Proud as if of royal blood. To dance in fields of mud, or peel shrimp for pennies a day. Proud as if of royal blood, coin and jades to put away, or peel shrimp for pennies a day. Seaweed washes up the shore, coins and jade to put away. A camphor chest is home no more. Seaweed washes up the shore, bound feet struggle to loosen free. A camphor chest is home no more. A foreign tongue is learned at 3. Bound feet struggle to loosen free. Grandchildren for whom they long. A foreign tongue is learned at 3. Grandmothers sing their song. Actually, I'm very happy that I became a writer, and it took me a long time to say I was a poet. And I took a class in acting at San Francisco State, and they taught the class at the ACT building on Geary. And so Don McGuiley was the professor there, and he lives in LA now, I think. And we went around the room, and he said, okay, what do you do? I said, and then when it came to my turn, I said, I'm trying to write poetry. Oh, you're a poet? I said, no, I'm not. I said, I'm learning. He said, just say it, you're a poet. That really gave me a lot of confidence, but it was those exercises, I think, in the acting class that helped to kind of free you from all your own inhibitions and such. And then the other little tale I like to share is that a professor at San Francisco State, after I read a poem in class for the first time, and I read about the Miss Chinatown USA contest, and then after he heard it, he said, once you've written an angry poem like that, you should just throw it away. So I told some of my friends in women's studies and such, and they said, oh, you don't have to listen to him. So here I am. Well, I think I have to thank him. Right.
You have that one?
Pardon?
You have that poem?
No, it's actually... it was published in East West, one of the early Chinese American newspapers in San Francisco, and the story is that I wrote the poem, and I really thought it was pretty good, and I sent it to East West, and they published it when the Miss Chinatown USA contest was being held, and they put it right below the picture of all the women who were running for Miss Chinatown. So I guess I became known as a feminist and a rabble-rouser then. I'm from Oakland, and this is for the poem for a woman who has fallen. You are there sprawled Art Deco on the corner of 14th and Broadway. The wind has not blown you there. The stars have not guided you. But you are there suddenly, a flash as my eyes search the street. Other passers-by wait for the bus, tap their toes, stare at the sky. Moon at dark leather boots and shiny windows, see themselves styling after tomorrow, a touch of greenery, the flush in their cheeks. I run to help you. Are you okay? One arm lifts yours and you say you slipped. Are you someone's grandmother? Are you hungry? What do you keep in your string shopping bag? Do you have a transfer? Do you live in a small room? Do you cook oats on a hot plate? Do you feed a sick husband? Do you find it hard to go to the toilet? Do you talk to yourself? Are you your own friend? I wait to cross the street, the light's still red. A man says to me, they don't make them nice like you anymore. He chucks my chin with a corner of the newspaper, and I imagine if I am lucky, the young man would buy me coffee, a Miller's High Life. How impressed he seems with me, a stranger, going home. I scurry as the light changes. I'm afraid to look over my shoulder, afraid he will follow me, afraid he will take the same bus. The number 15 arrives, I hop on, search for friends in faces fuzzy as stars. So many eyes are closed. I'm glad I escaped the young man who might be a sailor. I'm glad I escaped the old woman, knowing I can't be there the next time she falls, knowing what spilled from her bag will be crushed by stampeding feet, hitching to safety at the end of the line. There's many news articles today about immigration, and we all know about DACA and what's happening to the young people who were brought here to the United States from Mexico, Nicaragua, El Salvador, all over the world actually, but what's happening with DACA, and I was thinking as well, this is really nothing new. So I want to share with you a piece that I wrote a while back, but it's about our family and why our family has two names. My surname is actually G-E-E. I'm Nellie Wong, and you will hear that in this piece. It's in the blood. We never asked to be mysterious. We never asked to be inscrutable. Still untold stories, until histories, still the unknown unknown. Retrieve burnt letters, receipts, bills, anything written, anything spoken, our dreams in bones and ashes, to be seen and heard, to be known, but not merely by our many names. Being presumptuous, I speak for myself. Others who remain silent own their own tongues. Lai Hong's mama died when Lai Hong was an infant. Ma said that Lai Hong's mama was a little crazy. The villagers said so. Lai Hong likes to eat chicken feet. Lai Hong smiles, a child woman. Lai Hong loves babies. Lai Hong is my sister. Lai King remembers Angel Island, the bright lights of Oakland and San Francisco. She said that Baba sent fruit and candy to cheer them up behind bars. They were lucky, imprisoned on Angel Island only 4 days. The other immigrants waved goodbye. Some etched poems into the walls. Lai King liked to eat cheese and tomatoes on the President Hoover. To this day, Lai King cannot stomach butter or milk. Lai King is my sister. Lai Wa remembers the ship. She was 3 years old. The immigration officer asked her, "What is your name?" Lai Wa answered, "If you don't tell me yours, I won't tell you mine." Lai Wa smiled behind straight bangs. Lai Wa remembers nothing of her years in China. Lai Wa is my sister. Sel Hong Ji is my father. Sui Ting Yi Ji is my mother. From 1933 to 1965, Sui Ting Ji was known as Theo Kui Ji, a sister's name, a sister's paper that Baba bought to bring his wife and daughters over. Theo Kui Ji was supposed to be my father's sister, my sister's aunt. This was 1933. In 1924, the law said that Chinese men could bring no wives to the United States. Theo Kui Ji was unmarried, but we knew better. Nellie Wong is my name. I was never Nellie Ji, but we knew better. When my sister's aunt, that is Theo Kui Ji, my mother, got pregnant, to bear a child out of wedlock was out of the question. So Theo Kui Ji got married by faking a marriage certificate, by marrying a man named Sheng Wong, who agreed to appear on paper to be my father. Shame to the outside world avoided. Secrets depending on which side of the fence. When I was 5 and entered Chinese school, Lai Oi became my Chinese name. Leslie Wong was born after me. Another girl. That was my mother's wail. Ma and Baba named Leslie Lai Ying. Her nickname was Plump An, three-corner eye. Leslie Wong is my sister. Florence Wong was born after Leslie. Another girl. That was my mother's wail. So no more lies, so no more daughters with Chinese names beginning with Lai, beginning with beautiful. So Florence was named Ling Oi to change my mother's luck. Florence Wong is my sister. William Wong was born after Florence. Finally, a boy. That was Ma and Baba's joy. Thankful their daughter Ling Oi brought them their son. But Baba gave a month-old party to shave William's head. Eggs were dyed red. Friends and relatives filled the house. We drank chicken whiskey, no vinegar, pig's feet. Ling Oi was the magic that Ma and Baba decided to beget a son to love. and the heavens answered. Wang is William Wong's Chinese name. William Wong is my brother. I was never sure who I really was. My school records showed that I was Nellie Wong, that my father and Leslie's father and Florence's father and William's father was a man named Sheng Wong. We told no lies, only the truth, as we were forced to. My 3 older sisters were supposed to be my cousins. My father was supposed to be my uncle. My mother was supposed to be my father's sister. When Theo Kuiji confessed her illegal status, she became Sui Ting-ji, my father's legal wife. But it was too late. Papa died in 1961. Now I use the name Nellie Wong. Now I search for all the names that gave me life. And the irony is that my brother is writing a book about our dad, and it'll all be about Oakland Chinatown, immigration, fighting racism, etc. And recently my brother Bill took the name G, and so he's now known as William G. Wong. And when his grandson was born a little over a year ago, Milo is Filipino, Chinese, and Czech.
Wow.
And Sam, my nephew, and his wife, Michelle, decided to name him Milo Florendo G, so that he could have my father's name. It's really wonderful. All right, this is from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you know, I used to be asked a lot, always, oh Nellie, where should we go to eat Chinese food, right? And I also realized that, well, I like to eat, I like to cook. Very grateful, thankful to all the immigrant workers who have helped to build this country, pick our food, and get poisoned, and get locked up, and get sent away. But this is in the land of honey and danger when the United States government attacked Afghanistan. In the land of honey and danger. Yeah, danger lurks. Danger's the boogeyman our parents warned us about right here in this land of milk and honey. Or was that supposed to be gold? Why should the U.S. be immune, huh? Why, if terrorists can hijack those mighty flying machines and crash into the World Trade Center and the Pentagon, why should we feel so safe, secure, even those of us with some stocks and bonds, even those who can while away vacations in the Caribbean on the love ship called Lollipop? Maybe that was the good ship. Yeah, Shirley Temple danced and sang with her golden curls, and now the movies give us Pearl Harbor, Black Hawk Down. Now patriotism rears itself in top hats and tails, and it isn't Fred Astaire dancing on the stairways to the stars either. Just think the danger purveyors, want a league to speak out. What the U.S. war against terrorism is not about war against Islam. Heaven forbid, perish that notion down a manhole, because danger is not of our own making, brother. Understand? Nah, we're not talking anymore about pulling yourself up by your bootstrap. That old crap. Gotta live the new lingo, wearing flags on our lapels. The jingoism dressed in fatigues, our boys and girls fighting over there in Afghanistan. For our sanctity of life, for democracy. That old goat who used to point his fingers at you and off we go into the wild blue yonder, killing people who look like some of us in Vietnam, in Grenada, in Korea, whatever land our government warns sneaks defending, cause whoa, democracy's cool. Just look at Enron scrambling to save its fat neck. Enron opened up his coffers and lavished the Republicans and the Democrats a bit too. So the presidency could be stolen, could be the throne it denies itself to be. If there's no royalty in America, then what was Camelot about? Yeah, danger is someone else's problem, and look what it's costing us. billions for war, for security, for airport screeners to lose their low-paid job, so immigrants aren't sacrificed every day. So what if we have to put sky marshals in the planes now, or maybe even train passengers to be their own defense corps? Heck, all they're doing anyway is sleeping or listening to Eminem or the Backstreet Boys. Danger is packed oh so neatly in our missiles and smart bombs. Danger's even disguised in yellow food drops, and it's too bad if the people in Afghanistan can't tell the difference between our humanitarian aid and the cluster bombs that tear limbs and arms apart. We don't have to watch those disasters on the big screen anymore. We've got friendly fire, collateral damage. To keep the patriotism alive, somehow, somewhere, it's got to be an eye for an eye, a bomb for a bomb, a life for a life. Danger can be fun, exciting. Never forget the honey, honey. Though Harry Potter and the Lord of the Rings can divert us for a while. And Laura Bush is the big feminist now, speaking about the women of Afghanistan as if the women here in the United States are truly free, because Britney can sway on Michael Jackson's 30th anniversary show, because we've got women doctors and pilots and executives and equal opportunity women panhandlers. Danger can be a knock on the door with your friendly FBI just asking a few questions, especially if you're Arab, Muslim, or Sikh. Or look, danger can mean being locked up by Wen Ho Lee because he's Chinese, accused of being a spy. Danger can mean your email and phone line being tapped. We've got to do our part, see, in keeping America safe. So what's a few sacrifices in the name of security and democracy? Dissent, forget it. The danger purveyors knows what's best for us. Danger can do the boogie-woogie, throw you in the air, and where you land, you know not where. Just keep shopping, America. Even if thousands of workers have lost their jobs or in the midst of being laid off, we can always make macaroni and cheese, tighten our belts, whether it's Gucci or Kmart, because this danger business is sexy as we ponder whether to buy that SUV starting at just $36,000. While we watch on TV the woman who's 50 years plus but looks older, the newscaster tells us, as to why she weaves in and out of traffic, holding up her cardboard sign, "Need money, nothing too small. God bless." I'm going to end with a short one because my time is up and I want to have respect for the rest of you who are still trying to read, and I really enjoyed the open mic so far. It's great to hear new people, or maybe you're not so new, but I had heard the first time I've heard some of you.
New to you. There you go.
This is a poem in my book, Breakfast, Lunch, Dinner. It's called Instrumental Rhythm. Cooking sweet and sour rock cod, playing cool jazz, yeah, whether tenor saxophone or trumpet. Pat the fish dry, sprinkle salt and pepper, and let the notes fly, syncopate. Pour oil into the wok, get it sizzling. Place the whole cod into the concave body of the wok and let it fry. Messengers of jazz in birdland. Wedge tomatoes, sliced yellow onions, and green bell peppers collide in unison. Chamber music in wrought iron. Pour white vinegar, almost half a cup, and mixed with granulated sugar. Dizzy Gillespie and Machito embrace in a blow of horn and samba. Dribble cornstarch paste like light rain, thicken the ensemble. Crown the entire body with bubbling sauce. Off with the apron, pour Pinot Grigio, clash the cymbals, serve the fish on an ice blue platter, scoop steamed long gray rice into celadon green bowls. Sit down, let chopsticks do the dance, a finale that rocks, that never ends. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. See? I didn't do enough in my introduction. So we're going to take a really short break. After the break, we have Brett Benson, Alan Harris, Melissa Mella coming back. Garrett Murphy came in. Ali Rigby, who I think is new to us. Clyde Always, and Sharon Scott Kish. So we got some people coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. This will be not broadcasting, so you don't have to worry about people listening in to you for the CIA. Thank you so much.
Did a few new people come in during?
Yeah, Garrett, I got it.